So we got another leg day today, and I had to break out the headphones because on the way here, I had Suicide Boys bumping, Meek Mill going. It was just like super hype, and I got in the gym, and it's just like, it's not the music you want to be listening to on a leg day. So I had to break them out. But, you know, on the way here, very unfortunate circumstances. I was driving, and this big fucking spider, like when I say big spider, it was huge. It was like one of the big, like white, clear, tan, whatever color spider. And, you know, it was just like fucking big to the point where it was like kind of hairy. And when spiders start to get hairy, that's when it's like, all right, that motherfucker's big. And I see this thing crawl across my lap, and it's on my shirt. Okay, I don't know if you can see the little stain here, but I see it, and I just punch it as hard as I can. And right where this spot is, it's right over, you know, and I just punch myself so fucking hard in the nuts. And that's why I started a leg day, a little dopamine rush. But speaking of the shirt, this is dropping sometime this month. Is a YOUNGLA, and super dope shirt. Super clean on the front. Kinda, probably can't see the back. You'll see the back some point during this video, but super dope. And we have some big news as far as apparel, at least my own like merch, that sort of thing, coming out fairly soon. So stay tuned for that. But we're starting with calves here, because the past few sessions, I'll get to the end of the workout and I'm like, fuck, I gotta do calves. And I'll kind of half-ass a little bit. So starting with them today to make sure we get them done and, you know, done the way they should be done. And I'm doing about like sets of like 10 to 12, a little bit heavier weight. And I'm getting off the machine. And I don't know what you really call it. It's kind of just like another calf movement, but it's where I'm like holding the side of the machine and going up on my toes. And you really feel it. You want to feel that squeeze at the very top of your calf. So go up, hold it for a second, and it burns the shit out of it. I can only really get 5 or 6 reps with that, but just a really good way to finish this set here. So I feel like getting the hamstring pump before any compound movements, any quad movements, at least I just feel it a lot better. I don't even know if it's just because there's a bunch of blood like already in your legs, but that pump, just especially on like a leg press or a squat, I feel like it almost gives it like a bit of cushion when you're going down. So the explode up, it just feels a lot nicer. And you know, I just get a lot better connection, like I said. But for this, started out pretty light on the standing ham curl, but on this, we're going a bit heavier. And you know, I think it was like the first set or two, I went pretty light, kind of just tossed the weight around, just feeling it out. And that's what we like to call a feeler set or a feeder set. And these working sets, I'm going about, I think it was about 8 on that last one, but I'm really trying to control it the whole time. Give it a little squeeze at the top and then let it down fairly slow. And that's where you're gonna see most of your growth, going back down. So really focus on that and your hamstrings are just gonna blow up. But like I said, this is a great warm up, something to prepare for a good compound lift. Country song just started playing in my ears. What the fuck is this? Oh, fuck. So I usually get like a gnarly head pump when I'm doing any sort of compound movement. And ever since I switched to my breathing, like I used to just hold my breath the entire set. And, you know, your muscle doesn't get any oxygen with that. And you're also about to make yourself pass out. But I've really been focusing on that. And, you know, on the way down, breathe in, explode out on the way up. It's made like a night and day difference. Like I don't feel as bad after a leg day. I feel energized throughout the entire session. And just overall, I feel a lot better. But probably that's about it here. I did 2 top sets, 8 to 10 rep range, decently heavy. It's not as heavy as the other leg press we have here, but still get the job done. I feel this one a lot more. Might just be the path of the machine. I don't know, but it just drags backwards or to you like really nice. So you just have that good feeling the entire time. Yeah. yeah, at this point in the workout, my legs are already super warm. I don't know why. Sometimes I'll just run like 2 or 3 warm-up sets for no reason, but I feel like just to save a little bit of energy, I'm just gonna throw more plates on and just go for it, jump right in rather than fucking 2 plates. Come on now. Take another one. Okay. One other. Ah, fuck. Hey. Okay. Fuck. Fuck, I can't feel my legs. One of the best ways to finish on a leg extension is with that drop set. Load it up, probably 1 plate heavier than your top set. That again, 8 to 10 reps with. Go for about like 6 to 8. If you can shoot for 10, shoot for 10. The best way to do that, just keep that number in your head and just act like you're gonna get there. If you don't get there, you don't get there. But like I was saying, drop it down. I went 5, skip 4, because that difference between 5 and 4 plates, after you're already in the set, you can't really notice the difference. And then, so I went 5, 3, 2, 1. And 1 plate feels like a million at the end. And this is also a really good way to cap off the set, because since you're doing a drop set, you're getting somebody else to unload the weight for you. So you can kind of just walk away from the machine, not have to unload it, which is also very nice. I'm seeing so many stories of people at Arnold UK, and I have such bad FOMO. I wanted to go so bad, but just didn't end up going. And really wish I was there, but we're here doing some hacks instead, and nothing really beats this. And especially with that hand pump we got in the beginning, it kind of just allows you to explode out of the bottom of the movement, kind of like a bounce pad. But I ran 2 top sets here, and I think it was somewhere between 8 to 10 reps, which is that ballpark where I want to stay within for a heavier set. And I got 5 plates over here, 4 over here, and since it's like, it's a, I forget the word, but you can load it however you want, and the weight remains the same on each side, just because it's like a one-piece movement. I think it's not unilateral, that's the word. And, you know, I think I did a feeder set or 2, but back on the hack squat, this is like one of the OG pieces I used to run all the time, and starting to like it again. So definitely gonna be in the program a lot more. All right, so that was the leg day, and after a leg day I usually like to get some sort of cheat meal, or at least a refeed, and that typically consists of a burger and fries, maybe a shake. If I'm feeling a little active after that, I'll probably get like some cookies, something like that. And since I only get 1 a week, it's really like, you know, I just tend to go all in, which is a very bad habit. And actually, after my first prep, I almost had this like, it was kind of like a binge eating, not disorder, but it was a very disordered eating, very unhealthy relationship with food, where anytime I did eat out, I just way overdid it. And, you know, it's not what you should be doing for a cheat meal. Typically, I should be just running a burger and fries, but last night, switched up a little bit, went out and got sushi. Actually a really good spot down in, you know, probably like 30-40 miles from the house, which isn't that close, but it was definitely worth the drive. Got sushi, got a bunch of appetizers, and that is the thing that kills me, bro. Whenever I go to a restaurant and I see like a stacked lineup of appetizers, I'm like, I have to try every single one, because obviously appetizers aren't as expensive as a main course, so you can get a lot. They're smaller portions, and they're just always really good. So I ended up getting like 5 different appetizers, got a bunch of sashimi, a bunch of sushi, and this place is also connected to like an American style restaurant as well. I think they're like co-owned, or like it's like a sister company to it. And I was getting just empanadas, and they were so good. But after that, bro, like I'm saying, like this is where I'm starting to think that almost like 2 free meals a week or like 2 cheat meals would be better for me, because, you know, I went all in on not only dinner, but the appetizers, the desserts, and when I got home, I just continued to eat, and it was so bad. And it's almost like I was saying before, I had this like little bit of disordered eating after my prep, and I'm starting to feel myself fall back into that rhythm a bit. So I think that I'm going to change it up before I get too deep into that. I'm going to change it up a little bit. Maybe get 2 cheat meals a week. Maybe that'll help. But I know that the biggest thing that is going to help me is just cleaning out my pantry. Because when I got home, I saw from my last cheat meal, I had ice cream in the freezer. I had chocolate pretzels in the cabinet. What else did I have? I just had a whole plethora, just like a whole bunch of different stuff. I had quesadilla stuff. Had a quesadilla last night. And, you know, I went in on the entire fridge, entire pantry. And I had a bunch of Oreos too. And it's just like, it wasn't good. So, biggest thing with that, this morning, first thing I did, I threw away everything. Threw away all of the shitty food, all the processed food, all the stuff that's like, you look at as like junk food. I don't have any more of that in my house. So, that is gone. And another huge part of that, I actually wrote it down. I had a little, you know, so the other, I guess like one of the other bigger things with that is just making it really difficult to do that sort of behavior. So I'm in this mindset now, or I'm trying to break away from this. You know, I get 1 cheat meal a week. I'm going to get everything I can at once and just, you know, feel like complete shit the next day and a few days after that. It's just not worth it. So I feel like allowing myself to get 1 more cheat meal, or just a little bit more like free eating, not even a full cheat meal, maybe like some snacks throughout the day, it's going to help me like relearn a positive relationship with food, just because I know that food's always going to be there if I need it. But having 1 cheat, restricting myself to 1 cheat a week, I'm not on prep. I'm just cutting down a little bit. So it's like nothing too serious. I really like to hold myself accountable. And when I do something, I like to go all in on that. But with this one thing, like I'm saying, I don't want to fall back into that pattern. So allowing myself to have, you know, a piece of chocolate here or there, I feel like that would be better for me, my mental, my physical, because I feel like right now, I'm just like, I can get a nasty pump. And, you know, I needed it. I didn't need that much food, but it was definitely needed. That cheat was definitely needed. And another huge thing is having somebody to hold you accountable. So getting rid of all your shit, rethinking or relearning your relationships with food, or at least having a healthier relationship with food is a lot. It's going to help a lot. And having somebody to hold you accountable, whether that's, you know, a family member, your mom, your brother, your girlfriend, whatever. Having somebody to keep like an extra eye on you, just to make sure that you're not slipping, or at least there is a bit of like, kind of like a gray area where, at least with anything, there's a gray area where you're trying to learn how to do something, and you're not a pro at it yet, but like I'm saying, you're still learning how to do it. So until you get this, like behavioral pattern down pat, where you're not binging, at least, you have a healthy relationship with food in that interim, like that little period of time where you're not fully set into that mindset, having somebody to, you know, be that backup for you, or just to look after you a little bit, it definitely helps. So yeah, overall though, it was a good cheat, but just too much food, way too much food. And I don't know, it was good. I don't know what to say. It was good, but it was just too much. I feel like a fat fuck today, I'm not even gonna lie. I woke up, almost had like, I don't know if you've ever like overeaten and you have like this weird, like, I don't even know how to describe the feeling. Your mouth just feels different, like kind of dry, like cotton mouthy a little bit, and like your face feels bloated and just like, it doesn't feel good. Horrible feeling. That's why I'm going to the gym to get a bit of cardio in. And yeah, definitely hopping in the sauna today. But overall, diet's the biggest thing when it comes to training. And if your diet's not on point, your training's gonna be off, your mental's gonna be off. And when you do have a good diet, it just makes it a lot easier. And some people need a meal plan. Like personally, I need a meal plan, because when there is, you know, if I just get macros, I have a little too much wiggle room, and like I know that I'll bend the rules a bit. So for me, it's a lot easier just to follow, you know, meal 1 is chicken and rice with some vegetables, meal 2 is beef and rice with vegetables, something like that. Whereas other people need that macro-based plan where they can have chicken and rice for their first meal, but they can also include a little piece of chocolate or a little bit of extra almond butter if they need it. Works for some people, doesn't work for everybody, but I know that it does help your relationship with food a lot, just because it leaves you more flexible. If you wanted, you know, my favorite, I guess, quote unquote chip would be a pretzel. If I wanted some pretzels, I could technically include that as carbs in one of my meals, but you know, I would be the person who just, all of my carbs would be pretzels, and then nothing else would be, it wouldn't be like a proper way to diet, in my opinion. But that flexibility does help a lot. And you know, overall, I think on a prep, the best thing to follow is a meal plan. But if you're kind of just in off season, or you're bulking up a little bit, macros aren't too bad either. At least I feel like you should be getting at least, you know, 85 to 90% of your food should be like whole food, organic, like just solid nutritional food, like broken down to the basics, where your protein sources are, you know, like chicken, whitefish, beef. Carbs are something super simple as rice, potatoes, you know, your fruits, and fats are your eggs and your nuts, almond butter, all the healthier stuff. But yeah, I don't think either way is it's a bad way to go about a diet if you're following it correctly. But if you are falling into some disordered habits, I feel like a little change up is necessary. So yeah, I think going into next week, I'm gonna probably have maybe a breakfast meal, a little cheap breakfast, a bowl of cereal, something on Wednesday, and then just to break it up evenly on either Saturday or Sunday. I might break out a burger and fries, something like that, obviously after a leg day. But you know, you need to refuel on the leg days, or after the leg days at least. After you tear your muscle down, you need to grow back somehow. So after your next leg day, I'm telling you, Five Guys burgers and fries, everything on it. What else do we get? Oh, you gotta throw some bacon on there too. But overall, solid leg day, like I said. And if you're having a bad day, just remember, it's a bad day, it's not a bad life. But thank you guys for tuning in, thank you for watching, thank you for commenting and liking on this video. If you want to see something particular, let me see. I saw some comments about a day in the life. If you want to see a day in the life, do a day in life. But yeah, like I said, let me know. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.